Hey there, everyone! Just giving a quick heads up at the start here. There is a somewhat intense scene during this episode where a character gets swarmed with bees. Can't imagine who's responsible for that. If you have a serious fear of swarming insects, you can use the time codes in the episode description to skip over that part. Also, just want to give a slight apology for some of the game mechanic usage in this episode. We forgot to use a fairly key mechanic in Masks, enter battle against a dangerous foe. This move can give players extra team points if they answer a short series of questions about the encounter they're about to go into. So if you're playing your own Masks games out there, don't forget that like we did. There's also an instance of at least one move where I did not keep track of which results were on which roll lists, so I think someone takes a result from the wrong list at one point. I know a lot of listeners out there have no issues with rules mistakes, but personally, I do want to try and play the game as smoothly and accurately as possible, even considering all the homebrew stuff, so I do want to acknowledge any issues when I catch them. That said, the way the game mechanics shook out here still resulted in, I think, a phenomenal session. Big kudos to all the players on their stellar work here, and I really hope you all enjoy. So, without further ado, previously on SuperIdols RPG. I don't think I introduced myself, by the way. I'm Diana.
I feel like your expectations are a bit high here.
They should be high. Have you seen the competition on the high school circuit? It's insane.
You don't seem to be able to handle stress very well.
I'm handling it very well!
Let's just calm down and discuss this. There's no need to start pointing weapons at people. I say pointing my energy sword.
The power side of super idoldom is part of idoldom. Like, if you can't defend yourself in a fight like this, then what are you even doing here?
Well, you could just infiltrate over there and dismantle it from the inside.
Honestly, it sounds like you're way more serious about this than your president is.
Maybe I could do a better job of getting in power over there. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. You know what? Thank you. I think I will do that. And she actually sort of smirks a little bit, and I'm gonna have you mark afraid. Hey there, everyone, and welcome back to SuperIdols RPG. As always, I am your GM, ErynCerise, and with me today are Dana.
Hello.
T.
Hello.
Drak.
Hello.
Maria.
Hey.
And Luca.
Hi.
Hello, everybody. I am very excited to continue the last episode's scene with y'all. We left you on a bit of a cliffhanger, it seems.
Diana has returned.
Yes.
Oh boy. Yeah.
It's been a few episodes, and now she's back. So yes, if you don't remember from last time, y'all had just listened to Jaiden play an example of the song that he wrote for y'all, but nerves got the better of him, and he kind of didn't play it the best that he could, and now he's feeling a little tug on the collar, kind of.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And this is the perfect time for Diana and a couple of girls that you don't recognize to stride into the room like they own the place. So they are currently walking through the door. What do y'all do?
So Angie has a condition. I think she's still angry. Yeah. Apparently to clear this, I have to hurt someone or break something important. So, I guess she turns around and sees them and maybe sees red a little bit. This is just another scoop of shit on a shit day. So it's one of those, you know, the Kill Bill kind of thing. And she just puts her hands on her hips and glares.
Nice to see you too, Evangeline. She catches your glare.
Hi, Diana. What are you doing here? On a Saturday in a locked school?
That you don't go to?
Oh wait, she doesn't go here?
She doesn't go here? She doesn't go here.
What the fuck is this?
So, no, she looks fairly at ease. She crosses her arms and says, "Oh, we just happened to be passing by and noticed a few of you going in through the back, so we thought we'd just drop in and say hi.
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 Jaiden goes up to them and he just, gives out a hand. My name's Jaiden.
And she seems a little, weirded out that, someone's actually being friendly to her. She definitely was expecting some kind of, you type of entrance, because she knows what she's about. So that kind of catches her off guard a little bit, but she's like, yes, hello. I see. You have made some progress since last time, haven't you? You seem to have picked up a few new members. Well, that's more than I was expecting, that's for sure.
I think Vivi looks over at Jaiden and says, no, she's the other idol team. We're not friends with her. She tried to join and then sabotage us, and I still don't really understand what the whole point of that was, but no, she's not. Don't be friends with her.
Oh, okay. He just retracts his hand, just gives her a weird look and just backs away slowly.
Yeah, and she raises her hands in that sort of all right, fine kind of way. But she says, you're right, it really didn't end up mattering in the end. I think we all agreed that was kind of a silly plan. But I'm not just dropping in for no reason. I did also want to stop by and say thank you, because we have had some developments on our end at Fort MacArthur as well. And she kind of gives looks to the two girls that are standing kind of to her left and right. One of them is a girl with these just kind of disgustingly perfect strawberry blonde ringlets, kind of a shorter girl, very bubblegum pop teenager kind of person. And the other girl is kind of a kind of thin girl with thick curly black hair in low buns. And she looks a little more quiet and a little bit more holding back than the other two. And the three of them kind of stand together in a kind of what's the pose I'm thinking of? Is there a Mean Girls pose? It's one of those poses.
Are they all crossing their arms?
Yeah, they're all crossing their arms to varying degrees of smugness.
Yeah.
So Diana says, we've had some developments on our end, too. After your very helpful suggestions, Angie and Valerie, about having a little talk with our former club president, I was able to also get a bunch of the other members on board. Turns out when you get people together in a room without the president, people feel a little bit more free to express their opinions and express the desire for new leadership. So you, she gestures very confidently to herself, are looking at the brand new president of the Fort MacArthur Idol Club.
Oh my god, we're so happy for you.
Wwow, congratulations.
Wow,
who the fuck is this?
I'm so glad for you. Now, would you kindly get the fuck out of our practice space?
Yeah, we're so happy for you, but we're in the middle of practicing, or we're about to practice, so. But thanks, so happy for you.
Oh, but that's exactly what I came by to see. I did want to see if you have been practicing, because I'm so excited with these new developments. I wanted to test my skills a little bit, if I possibly could. And I think my friends here will agree, and they both give a bit of a nod here, that we're kind of curious to see exactly what we're up against going forward. This isn't the team from last year. Who knows, you might have something worth offering to the competitive circuit. And, I don't know, I like fun too. It might just be fun to, have a little sparring match, so to speak.
I'm not feeling too good right now. Could we, have this sparring session another time, maybe?
Oh, I'm sorry. Our schedule is just so packed. And one of the girls with the ringlets pulls out a very, very nice looking clipboard, by the way. It's clearly very expensive. And flips over a piece of paper to reveal an immaculately constructed schedule. And she taps a nice silver pen on it, showing, Our practice schedule is quite booked up for the next week or two, and we're trying to prepare for a big charity event coming up, so we really can't spare the time any other time. And we would be much obliged to do this now, if you are so inclined.
So you were just in our area, hanging around our school, on a Saturday, and just happened to find us here, follow us in, and now you're channeling us to a battle?
The girl on Diana's right shrugs, the girl with the darker hair. She goes, "It's our neighborhood too. We're entitled to walk down it, aren't we?
This is our school.
We're allowed to walk past and see people we know and possibly want to get to know better and approach them."
Normally people knock on the door and they don't just walk in a closed school on a Saturday. And I look over at Valerie and I think I feel like I would share a look in a way, and you can let me know. There's just like, who does this bitch think she is? Kind of thing.
Yeah, I look back and I kind of shrug and I say, well, she didn't get anywhere without our help last time, so it makes sense.
And Diana does look a little steamed at that. But the girl with the darker hair kind of like pats her on the shoulder like, it's okay. So what the sense that I'm getting here from you is that you're a little suspicious here, yes?
Yes.
It sounds like you might want to be piercing the mask, I would be guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah. -2 because I'm mad.
Oh, fun.
Oh, boy.
Oof.
It might be better if I pierce the mask, because I also...
Yeah, if you want, we can have Valerie pierce the mask.
Out.
Valerie seems suspicious, too.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll say Angie is just not seeing clearly and is probably just like a few more snarky comments to getting ready to throw down. So Valerie's like, I'll be the calm one here.
That's a hit.
Got a 7. So when you pierce the mask, you can ask one off that list. So what are you really planning? What do you want me to do? What do you intend to do? How could I get your character to blank? Or how could I gain influence over you?
In this case, I'm definitely asking, what are you really planning?
Alrighty
I
then.
think if I recall correctly, I'm still transformed from the previous session, so I point my psychic construct sword at Diana and say, what are you really planning?
So direct. Oh my. I like that about you though, Valerie. That's why I took your advice to such heart. So as you listen to her speak, despite the bravado, the clear, like, smugness here, you do get the sense that she genuinely does want to, like, have, like, a showdown, because your battle last time kind of got interrupted and she wants to have, like, a proper showdown. But in terms of, like, why they're here, you can tell she's definitely not telling the truth about just having, like, dropped by. And as you think about, like, well, how else would they have known that we were here, you kind of remember when you went to the back of the school earlier to let Angie and Karen in, you saw out the back of the school that Emily was out there. And Angie might recall that she looked a little bit nervous when she was talking to her. So you might deduce that the only other person in the area might have had a hand in tipping the other idols off.
I think I say to Angie, we should have a talk with Emily after we're done with this, about how they knew that we were all getting inside, coming in through the back.
And you do catch the others frowning a little bit before, like, trying to recover their expressions.
Angie nods slowly and she cracks her knuckles.
Oh no. Jaiden just shuffles over to Queen Bee and is like, I'm really not feeling up for a sparring session right now. I might end up holding you guys back.
Oh, come on, that's not true. I've seen what you can do. I know I should not have picked you up like that and got you all shook before you had to play, but, like, you're Elementum. You're good. You're really good. You're triple threat. Like, you're a composer, you play, you dance. I mean, you might be the only one I'm worried about in this whole thing.
Oh. If he could see him blushing, he would be right now.
Well, that definitely sounds like a comfort and support from Queen Bee.
Yes. Let's see if it goes.
Oh, and Queen Bee's in a good position for it. She has no conditions marked.
Yes!
Hell yeah!
Oh, damn.
Yes!
Oh, sweet.
So on a hit, they hear you. So Jaiden, you get to mark potential, clear a condition, or shift labels.
I'm definitely clearing a condition.
And on a 10+, we also add a team to the pool. Or we can add a team to the pool or clear a condition. So if you're clearing a condition, you can either clear 2 conditions or clear 1 condition and add a team to the pool.
No, you can also add team to the pool or clear a condition yourself as for the person that rolled it, so...
Oh, I see. Never mind. Sorry.
Since Queen Bee doesn't have any conditions right now.
Okay.
I'll just add a team to the pool.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome.
And how many conditions do I clear?
1.
1. Okay.
So that's enough to transform at least.
Yeah. Clear hopeless.
Good.
There is a condition, or not a condition, capital C, but there is a stipulation that says they get to do that if they open up to you, so...
Oh yeah, so we probably want Jaiden to continue this conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. I was really nervous about flying to another country and then joining a new school and joining a new idol club. And I guess that kind of showed in that performance. But thank you. That generally meant a lot.
It's okay. Change is good. You can reinvent yourself, be someone new, be better.
He nods. I'll try my best.
And in the meanwhile, while you're having this conversation, because I don't think Diana would have stopped for the two of you. I assume Diana is still talking to Angie and Valerie mainly, because those are the 2 people in the room that she's familiar with.
Yeah.
So Diana still looks directly at the 2 of you and is like, "Well, so what's your answer? Can we look forward to seeing you? I don't know, maybe out on the field in 10 minutes?"
Vivi looks at the rest of the group and says, "Well, maybe we should just get this over with now."
Still don't know who she is.
I'm not entirely sure either, but I guess she wants to spar.
All I know is she's basic, and that's all I need to know.
Oh, I wasn't disagreeing. I'll smoke her. I'll smoke any of them, but I'm just saying I still don't know who they are.
Excuse me, what's your name?
Oh yes, how terribly rude of us. We definitely should introduce ourselves to the brand spanking new members of the Fort McNally Idol Club. My name is Diana, president of the Fort MacArthur Idol Club, I'm sure you know. And these are my 2 associates / idol mates. She gestures to the girl on her right with the dark hair. This is Rosette, and Rosette gives you a wave and kind of a nicer smile than the other 2. And she gestures to the person on her left. And this is Ashley. And Ashley gives you a mega smug kind of grin and taps the pen on the clipboard again.
Twisting the knife.
and we and they kind of all actually clasp hands at this point and sort of make a raise their hands and do a little a mini pose kind of. Our Sagittaria, kind of ta-da kind of pose.
Oh no, they're so coordinated.
They are very coordinated. You do kind of have to admit.
Can I ask, why did you go with that name?
I think you'll see that when you see us on the stage. And with that, they kind of do the turn in unison and power walk down the hallway out towards the back where they came from.
Okay, but they said 10 minutes, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we watch them leave.
Yes.
And Angie spins around, and she snaps her fingers and points to Karen, and she says, "Karen, we're gonna need those glow sticks."
And Karen gives you a grin. "Can do." And she grabs her bag and slings it over her shoulder and gives you a big thumbs up.
And then she looks at Jaiden, and she says, "Jaiden?
Yeah?
You good?"
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Good. What's our band name? Because I have no idea, and I just want to punch them.
I don't think we came up with one. We haven't even really come up with a style yet. I don't know.
kinda like that. Think how much it's gonna piss her off if she gets smoked by a band that has no name.
Maybe we just pretend we're refusing to tell her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could work.
I'm okay with that.
They don't get our name.
I can rock with that.
Sounds good. Okay, so quick plan. Vivi, you're gonna lead us off. Queen, can you follow along with whatever choreography Vivi will come up with?
In my sleep.
Perfect. So we'll do that, and this will just be practice for the concert in an amount of time that I forgot about. Is it 2 weeks?
Yes.
1 week?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Me too, yeah.
This will be good practice for the concert in 2 weeks.
All right.
Oh, this is my first ever, like, spar. I've never done this before, okay. And Jaiden's, like, just bouncing up and down, just trying to psych himself up.
Well, Vivi and I have gone head to head, you could say, with Diana before. And I won against her then. And I'll do it again.
So, what's her thing? Beside megalomania?
She has a bow and arrow, and then Vivi's eyes kind of light up. Oh, Sagittarius.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
It's okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, can I go punch them now?
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you're all preparing to go out there now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so the lot of you, it's your turn to power walk down the hallways of the empty school where no one can see you, but don't worry about that. You are confident, you are badass. Are any of you going to transform before you get out there, or are you going to do it when you get out there?
I'm gonna do it when I get out there.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so you head towards the back of the school. You thrust open the back doors into the sunlight, and what you see is, well, you see your regular track and field, but there's something on the field that wasn't there before, and it is actually a stage setup with sort of 2 platforms facing each other that have room enough for the both of you to stand on either end, one group on each platform. And there are speakers, there are amps. You don't know exactly how this got here, but it is there now.
How is this normal? Is this normal? Is there always, like, stages ready?
Maybe we can keep this stuff after we're done. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, so you head towards the stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can see that Sagittaria is standing on one of the stages. They haven't transformed yet, but they are clearly standing at the ready. So are you all getting up on the stage now too, or are you doing something else first?
Vivi just walks toward the front of the stage and creates a set of stairs. Powers.
Good.
And just walks straight up.
I'm gonna say I, jump on the stage.
Yeah, me too.
Just vault on there.
And Rosette actually gives you, a little, soft clap, oh, that was impressive, before Diana's like, hey, stop that.
I just walk up the stairs like normal. I just see everyone doing all this cool stuff, and I'm like, what? Okay.
Anne walks up to the stairs on stage, looks at the stairs, and then just takes one long leg and just steps up on top of the stage.
Perfect.
Everyone's doing all these cool things, oh no.
Maybe Queen Bee can carry you up there again.
Oh yeah. Jump in.
No, I'm good, I'm okay.
Okay.
Alright, so you've climbed up on the stage. But you're not far enough away that, you have to, shout terribly loud to hear each other. But you definitely have to raise your voice a little bit, at least. So Diana calls over to you. Alright, so you know how this generally goes, or do I need to explain the rules to you?
Jaiden raises his hand, is like, can you explain? Yeah, can you explain the rules, please?
Fair enough. It's everybody's first time sometime. And the other two kind of titter behind her. And she starts to explain. So, the way that these things normally work, it's an amp versus amp style competition. Out of character, if you've seen the wonderful film Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, it is exactly that kind of amp versus amp style battle where you have the two impressive stage setups facing each other with room for an audience in the middle, even though there isn't really an audience here right now. And then Diana continues. So, we all decide on a song we're going to play. We take turns singing verses and choruses, and then sing the final chorus in unison. And then whoever is still standing by the end is the winner.
Okay. Out of character, I hope we don't get smoked.
Yeah. And also,
we got this, guys.
Now that you're on the stage, you also kind of hear like a hum around you and a slight shimmer, and you can see that there's one of those like anti-powers barriers around the space that the kind of similar to the one that's in the club room, except much fancier.
Well, that's considerate.
How did they even get all this here?
I mean, our school is really underfunded.
Yeah,
exactly.
Their club definitely gets more funding than ours.
They just have roadies that just go with them and build stages wherever they go?
That's a dream.
And Ashley laughs. Oh, this is courtesy of my daddy. He is one of the up-and-coming scientists in the field of nanotechnology, and just happens to have access to some of the latest and greatest miniaturization technologies. And she holds up kind of like a little pod in her hand that looks like if this space were smaller, it would fit in that little pod.
Holy.
So this is basically
heck.
Ant-Man tech is what they have.
That is...
I'm gonna punch her in her Dragon Ball Z capsule corp
I was
face.
gonna say.
I was thinking like Doctor Who, sorry, the master.
Yeah, I used to have a rich dad for stuff too. Alright, let's get started.
It's great, isn't it? Ashley gives you a big wink.
Is she the one with the clipboard too?
Yeah, she's the one with the clipboard and the like disgustingly
Oh,
perfectly curled hair.
Oh, I think I have a new rival.
Yeah,
Anyway.
You can change your rival anytime you want.
Vivi kind of looks back and forth between Ashley and Angie like, oh damn. This is definitely a thing that's happening.
Can't believe I forgot my clipboard at home.
The one day.
Yeah. Okay. Woo.
So the last thing we need to do before we start then is to decide on a song. I'll even be fair to you. I'll let you decide the song.
Guys, what song are we playing? Did we even discuss that?
Also, this doesn't... Well, actually, even for copyright purposes, it probably shouldn't be a real song.
Yeah.
You can make one up.
What about one of Out of Character? I actually can't remember the other artist from Valerie's agency.
Oh, Mary Rain.
Yeah. I think Vivi's leading us, so you should pick the song and we'll follow your lead.
All right. Yeah, I'd probably name something that Mary Rain, would have put out because it's something I would have practiced with that other people might have heard.
Sure. I'll just throw a name out there. How about Downpour?
Yes, perfect.
That's alright.
I like
Sounds
that,
awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
It definitely sounds like something a wannabe goth would be practicing with.
So you call out the song name to Sagittaria and they nod like, yep, we have that in our library. So they go to like the little like laptop that's kind of off to the side that clearly controls a lot of this. And they set it up in the system. Also, the way these competitions tend to work, like the speakers are playing the song, but if you have your own instruments, you can like add to it and embellish it.
Okay.
And at this point, since there's clearly like a big stage just out in the open in a field where people can see it, you start to notice that people kind of like who are just walking by on the street are starting to take notice. You can see them like peeking over like the fence of the school being like, oh, what's going on, huh? So you are starting to attract a small crowd, even just before having started. All right. Is everybody ready to go?
No, wait. I need to transform, hold on.
We're about to do that now, Diana shouts to you. She snaps. Rosette kind of gives her a tap on the shoulder again, like, come on, hey. And Diana breathes like, yeah, all right, no.
I'm sorry, I don't know how this works. I don't know if we do it at the same time. Do we do it like one after the other? Is it like,
You just do it, like, when I say go, everybody transform, and then we start.
Okay, is it on 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3 go? Or
Go!
is it 3, 2, 1?
And Diana starts transforming. Still has anger management issues.
She's not the only one.
Yeah, Diana and her group are transforming now, so you all are free to transform now as well. And this will be the first time we get to use the group transformation move.
Ooh.
Yeah, if multiple idols transform as a team to take on a major foe, serious rivals, supervillain mini-boss, a big-time supernatural threat, anything like that, then you all collectively decide which idol has the greatest personal stake in this conflict. That idol gets the spotlight. The idol with the spotlight chooses a bonus from the Transformation Surge list, and this bonus is taken in addition to any other surge bonus that idol may have already taken after transforming. So, this will activate basically after all of you have done your individual transformations.
Time for Ann to sleep.
Ann can be setting up her guitar maybe in the background. Just hooking it up to the speakers.
Yeah, so when Jaiden sees them transform, he's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that too. And then just starts transforming.
I don't think it's the spotlight. I think Angie kind of delegated it to Vivi just because that's what they were already planning to practice. So I think they're just going to go with that. So
yeah,
I don't know if it's like Vivi has the biggest stake, but that's what we're working towards anyway. So we might as well use it as a practice sesh.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I think she also has like big stakes just in proving that she can be a lead.
Very true. All right, so once all of you have done your transformation label shifts, we will do the bonus for that then.
Yeah, so I moved Freak up and Mundane down.
Alrighty. Also, since I mentioned Transformation Surge, I should remind you that this is a thing you can do. If when you're shifting your labels as part of your transformation, if you try to shift them up higher than a +3 or lower than a -2, you would mark a condition and leave your labels unchanged, but you get to take a bonus from the Transformation Surge table. So if you want to do that, that's available to you. You don't have to.
Ooh, Yeah, no, I got too many conditions already.
Yeah, I think that it's not a good idea for Jaiden, but if anybody else wants to.
I'm gonna transform, and I chose Danger to go up and Mundane down, because I'm already -2, might as well go all the way.
So those shifts are done, and in that case, Vivi, you are free to take one of the bonuses from the list under Transformation Surge.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with, you feel strongly that you know how to handle this situation and won't hear otherwise. Take an additional label shift. If you would gain another surge bonus, do not take it. And I put in my notes what I did when I first transformed, which was plus Mundane minus Danger. I'm actually doing the opposite of that, so Danger up and Mundane back down.
Okay, sure. Oh, and I guess I should just read the whole list because this is the first time we're talking about it.
Yeah.
So the possible bonuses you can get from Transformation Surge are: you fire up your allies with passion and gusto, add a team to the pool. You inspire hope with a few words of sincerity, clear a condition for a teammate. You feel strongly you know how to handle the situation and won't hear otherwise, take an additional label shift, and everything else that Dana just said. When people see you, they know everything will be alright. Bystanders may take the opportunity to escape safely to a nearby location. At the GM's discretion, bystanders who have some emotional attachment to you may pass up this reprieve to watch you in action. You dazzle your opponents. Lesser enemies will flee or back down, while more powerful ones are daunted for a moment. And you attune with your surroundings and find something others have overlooked. The GM must reveal one useful object or detail in the scene that may give you an edge if used correctly. The GM is not obligated to explain how to use it correctly. Alrighty, so you have done your additional label shift. That should be all good. And you are all officially set. You are all transformed, all on stage, facing down this new group, Sagittaria, who is also finishing up their transformations. And what they look like is, you've seen Diana before, but not all of you have, so I'll describe her. She looks a little bit shorter than she was in her regular form, which was, her regular form is kind of like dark hair and a, like, kind of ponytail with, like, kind of comfortable clothes and jeans. In this form, she's a bit shorter, a little more boyish looking. She has kind of like a blue Ramona Flowers kind of hairstyle cut. with gray eyes, and she wears this big white D&D style ranger outfit with silver trim and moon insignia, and she has a quiver of arrows on her back, which, if you've seen her before, you know they're not tipped with regular arrowheads, they are tipped with microphone heads. And the other two, Rosette, when she transforms, she's a bit of a shorter girl normally, and you see her kind of like just shoot up. She gets very tall. She's still very twiggy, so she's like a very tall, lithe figure. And her hair just sort of breaks out of its buns into this incredibly long, black, curly hair that goes down to her knees. It's so full, it's almost like a cape with all these daisies and golden pearl beads that are woven into it. She has a drapey white dress that kind of looks like semi-Roman inspired, with the hem still short enough to let her dance. And the third member, Ashley, when she transforms, she gets a little bit shorter and kind of like very cutely plump, and she now has this very bright bubblegum pink hair, kind of in like a 1950s Hollywood pinup, like a Rita Hayworth kind of hairstyle. And she has a cute white top with this off-the-shoulder puffed white sleeves and a poofy white skirt and white thigh-high stockings. So they've all got this kind of white ensemble theme going between them, and very flowy, kind of light, airy clothing.
Whoa.
And this is when the music kicks in and things kick off. So, the song starts on the speakers, and Sagittaria takes the initiative to start on the first verse. Diana takes lead vocals, with Rosette and Ashley taking backing vocals, and you kind of have to admit, they are pretty impressive, considering they didn't know what song they were singing. They know how to harmonize. They've clearly been practicing together already, and they're hitting just so many of the right notes. They're still they're not perfect. You're kind of encouraged to see that they're not totally perfect, because it is still their first week, but it's extremely impressive considering it is their first week and there's just been a power shuffle at the club. And they're improvising choreography, sort of moving their arms together and watching each other and placing hands together, moving around kind of in like almost like a what's that word? Like a bacchanalian circle, kind of, that's very fitting of what they're doing with their outfits. And as they do this, Ashley throws up what looks like a cloud of like glitter into the air above her, and it glows these kind of rainbow aura colors that are very, very pretty. And you can hear people kind of from nearby the fences going like, ooh, that's so pretty.
I think Jaiden's one of those people, just like, ooh.
And as they finish up sort of like the main bit of this section of the song that they're doing, they kind of all turn towards you at a point, and to punctuate the end of the first chorus, Diana pulls an arrow out of the quiver on her back, pulls it back. It starts to glow with like a white energy, like the bow was already kind of an energy bow, but the arrow starts to glow with this energy too. You didn't really see this last time because the fight didn't really get this far. It starts to glow, and she shoots it out towards your side of the stage, and as she does this, Ashley and Rosette send out waves of this glittery dust and also a barrage of white feathers to create this big sort of like dazzling attack heading straight for you. And since I think Vivi is in the center of the formation, right?
Yes.
I'm going to say that's heading straight for you, Vivi.
Yeah, I see that coming, and I just, with a determined expression, I raise my energy sword up and just swing it straight down in an attempt to split that arrow and split that effect as it's coming toward me, and the sword kind of extends to match the size of that dazzling effect as I bring it down.
Awesome.
And I'm trying to sort of split that so it disperses without actually hitting me or any of my teammates.
Awesome. I'm really excited to see how this works out, so I'm going to have you roll to directly engage a threat.
All right. Oh, that is a 7.
Nice. Good old reliable 7s. Alright, right, so on a 7 to 9, you get to pick one. You either resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
I'm going to impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
Okay, so the attack is still going to sort of hit you and have some sort of effect, but you're still going to be able to get a one-up on them in some way.
Yes.
What do you think that looks like?
I think that the arrow with the microphone splits. No, actually, it's the opposite. I think the sort of effects surrounding it, the swirling, I want to say particle effects, like it's a video game, but are dispersed in either direction of the left and the right, but the arrow itself is unaffected and hits me in the chest.
All right, that makes sense. So I'm going to have you take a condition for that. Mm-hmm. What would you like to mark?
I think either angry or afraid would both make sense.
Sure, either one's fine.
I'm going to take afraid because I think that's more interesting.
All right. Oh, yeah. Considering that's a -2 to directly engage. Yes,
plus I was clearly certain that I would not have to move an inch, and I still got hit.
Yeah, no. So Sagittaria definitely still looks impressed by this, though. Like the fact that you're still standing and that you didn't, like, none of the other members of your group really got affected by it. So they look approvingly at you as they sort of like gesture for you to take your turn in the song next.
Oh, okay.
So anyone, okay. I think the way we're going to do this is, I think I'm going to allow everyone to do one sort of discrete action on your turn. And we'll say that applies to your whole, like, part of the song. Okay.
I think Jaiden, like, run to the back of the group and try to summon the drum set.
Okay. And this is definitely, you're under a lot of emotional stress right now. I would call that an obstacle, so I would still call that an unleash your powers.
Okay. Oh, God. Guys, I have 3 conditions. This is probably... I'm not hopeless, so...
That's good.
Is it good? Okay.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
So you absolutely do that. You summon your drum set. It looks even more badass than usual, because, like, you're just so fired up by this whole situation right now. And I think that's really all it is. It just works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've done that, and you start to play the drums in time with the song, and you sort of amplify the rhythm of the song, and even sort of bring out more qualities to that rhythm that aren't there on the original recording, and you're feeling a lot more confident now than you were at the keyboard in the club room a little while ago.
Yeah, the drums were always his main instrument. He was more of a dabbler with the keyboard, so he definitely feels more at home right now as he's playing the drums.
Awesome.
And how does holding burn work? Does that count as an action?
Oh yes, did you roll your burn up?
Yeah, can I roll that now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Oh, I'm getting lucky. Wow.
14.
Okay.
You get all the burn. Okay, yeah, so on a hit you get 3 burn. I'm gonna say this section of the song that you're in right now is the verse, so when we get around to the chorus after this, I'll let you do something with your burn if you want. So we'll move to someone else next. Who wants to go next?
Guess I would. So I have, Angie has a move called Thick and Thin Skinned. It just says, whenever you have angry marked, take +1 ongoing to unleash your powers.
Yeah, so you have super strength, you have fireworks, that would apply to using either of those things to do something impressive on stage. And I'll say that for the sake of the way that your character is set up, I'll say that for feats of strength, I would also apply that to your dance skills, like doing some sort of like dance skill that's like really difficult for someone without powers to do.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna apply that to dance. So I guess as we're performing, the 3 of us are kind of taking turns walking to the front, maybe?
Sure.
If that makes sense, like we're cycling.
Yeah, you can do like catwalk style.
Between each other.
I think like some of you might have...
so it gives me and Queen Bee an opportunity to do something
cool. For sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I think...
trying to set up.
I see probably like Jaiden and Ann might be more set in their places because they've got the instruments that they have to worry about. But the more mobile members maybe are moving about more in the center.
Yeah, so I guess I'll do a feat of strength.
Sure.
And because I'm angry, I get a +1
Sure.
ongoing.
Sure. What kind of feat of strength do you think you're doing?
I feel like I want to do a complicated dance move, but I don't know enough about dance to be able to do that.
That's okay.
Or to
we can just say that
we
can just say that it's a complicated dance move too.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll look up more stuff, maybe. Because at first I was like break dancing, but I just don't think that fits with the rest of the group. But she is mad, so maybe, yeah, she does do some break dancing.
Sure.
That's what she's gonna do. What do I roll for feats of strength?
It would be an unleash your powers, since you're using your strength to do this like incredibly impressive break dancing.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
It's an 8.
So you either mark a condition or the GM will tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary. I think for something like this, unstable or temporary wouldn't be as appropriate, so I am going to have you mark a condition because this is like a complicated, stressful move that you're trying to pull off.
Okay.
And what do you think would be most appropriate for that for you?
I would say insecure.
Yeah.
Yeah, insecure.
Okay, but you definitely do pull off the move. You take the center stage for a moment. Valerie is singing her part in the verse, and after she's sung a few lines of it, she sort of like does a dance move to sort of give you the center stage. Mm-hmm. And as Valerie sings, you pull off this like insanely complicated physical stunt while you're dancing. Like maybe there's definitely at least a flip or two involved. There's spinning. There's like, oh, shouldn't she have broken a bone? Oh, God. And even Sagittaria kind of like winces and is like, oh, wow.
Yeah, no, I'm just that flexible.
Yeah. But you definitely do it, and you definitely make an impression. You've got people clapping from over the fences, and Karen has got all of the light sticks in between her fingers and is waving them over her head. She's the only person in the center between all of you, by the way.
And she's facing us.
And she's facing you.
Can I end it with like a Kamehameha move of fireworks?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like just an aesthetic
like
thing. You can take that for free.
Yeah, in their faces.
Yeah, like it's not going to be enough to like have like an effect on them since it's just visual, but it'll definitely...
Absolutely just a bragging.
Exactly.
Even if she can't believe that she actually pulled that off.
Alright, so Angie has just done her big move. Who wants to add to this?
I think I can do another complex dance move on the amp, like running all over the amps.
Nice, yeah, they're definitely like kind of stacked up behind all of you, so there's definitely room for you to do something impressive by going up and over them and climbing on them.
There's gonna be a lot of twisting and twirling while I go up and down.
Okay.
Would that be Unleash Your Powers?
I guess an Unleash would be best, yes.
Okay. Unleash, no bonus.
Yes.
Okay, now the good rolls are coming. So that was a 12. Alright, so you do that to absolute perfection, so describe that for us.
Okay, so I start running up the amp. I turn into a flip, twist, do pretty much kind of like the kind of breakdancing move Bane Raven did, but vertically, and move all around, and then I climb down with a series of flips and land in the center.
Oh, so cool.
It's awesome.
So I'm picturing this as I do the cool dance move and then I do like a point or something. Like to make it look 100% natural.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But awkwardly, and then she just manages to pick it up and go with it.
Maria, what do you think Anne is doing during all of this? Because I know that you're probably more on the guitar, but you're welcome to do other things as well if you want.
Is there a mic?
Oh yeah. There's mics wherever there need to be.
Anne's gonna lean to her mic and kind of gonna ad-lib within the song, but make it somehow fit.
Oh, hey, yeah.
If that's okay, is that okay with everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying it. Yeah, she just while like kind of going both wild and guitar, just like raring at it. She just goes, no, I won't sing it because I'm very bad at singing. Goes, you think you're the king shark, in reality you're just a worm on a hook.
It's really good.
That's definitely a good provoke.
Yeah, no, I was expecting to be provoke. That's superior, isn't it?
Yep.
Or I'm on 0 superior. I should have thought this through.
That's still fun. And you still got an 8.
That's still a hit, yeah.
Yeah. So on a provoke, so I guess I get to choose what happens from this list from how I understand it.
I think so.
Yeah. So they are either going to stumble, err, or overreact. So I think considering who is in the center of their group, I think I'm going to have, you know what? I think I'm going to have Diana overreact a little bit. And you can take influence over Diana.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So you'll have a +1 ongoing for the rest of this fight, pretty much, against her.
Awesome.
All right, so to that, Diana stops where she is, and turns sharply towards you, do you hear what they're saying? You can't let her talk to me like that. I don't even know who this is. And Rosette tries to calm her, don't, Diana, it's fine. We're in the middle of something. Calm down, focus. All right, fine. Diana's seething. And you can hear laughter coming from some of the people watching by the fence as well now. They're laughing at Sagittaria having this little moment. They definitely seem to be on Anne's side. So that was the end of the first verse. It feels like it would take a really long time to do a whole nother go around. Maybe this should be good for both the verse and the chorus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this covers the whole first verse and chorus that you do, and it hands back over to Sagittaria after that, who are definitely ruffled but ready for another go.
I was thinking, given what we know about Mary Rain and a song called Downpour, it has to be some kind of, the lyrics have to be about how, everyone is horrible to me and thinks that they're better than me, and then, turn around and after the first verses that I'll show them I'm gonna, be better than everyone. It's gotta be something very the world is terrible, it's all a downpour, but I'm not a songwriter. I just think
you're doing great so far.
Some kind of
you're doing very good.
Statement of the world is terrible to me, so I'm gonna be terrible to the world.
That sounds like something Mary Rain would write.
Yeah.
Hang on, I just realized we didn't actually do your part in the verse, did we? I had you defend, but I didn't actually have you do your thing.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that counted or not.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, we'll let you do one more thing before Sagittaria continues then.
Yeah, so I was thinking about the structure of that, and because then I think the chorus has to end in a big dramatic, it's a downpour with a long drawn out downpour. So, Vivi has been singing the lyrics while the rest of the group does backup or improv lyrics in the background, and then on the final dramatic line of the chorus, I raise my sword up and several daggers of the same kind of purple energy appear, above our half of the stage and start flying towards Sagittaria in a downpour.
Oh, yo!
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, then. Is that directly engage or unleash your powers? You just did a directly engage. I think it's more of a directly engage because it's not overcoming an obstacle, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's directly engaged.
Yeah, you're more directly attacking them.
Directly.
Yeah, so you get to do another directly engage.
Yep, and I'm fine with that.
That's
a miss. I don't think that's a miss that can be helped with team either. That's a 3.
Yeah, unfortunately not. That is a 3. Okay then. So what do I want to do to you? Oh.
Oh no.
I know what I'm gonna do. So Sagittaria have been watching you this whole time. They're getting a little ruffled, but they're good at what they do, much to your chagrin, and they are watching you carefully. And they do sort of see you gearing up to do something. And Ashley, the girl with the pink hair now, is actually she has this dust sort of raising around her again. And instead of it just glowing and sparkling this time, she is forming it into what looks like a big barrier in front of the group. And as your daggers come back, the whole barrier thrusts out at once and bounces the daggers back at your stage. So I'm not going to inflict another condition on you because I'm not I don't want to do that every time, but I do want to up the stakes. So that attack is coming right back at all of you.
Do you think rolling Take a Powerful Blow would be appropriate?
Probably would be, I think, because if it's coming at all of you, I don't want to make you all, like, directly engage or defend or whatever it is.
No chance Anne would be able to take the brunt of it.
Yeah, I think I will have you all roll to take a powerful blow. Everybody, take turns rolling this.
Oh boy, I'm gonna... Okay.
What do we roll for that?
On your Take a Powerful Blow, it is roll plus conditions marked.
Yeah, they're at the top right of the character sheet. There's a button next to conditions.
Yeah. Oh, and so, Drak, you rolled a 10, and unfortunately for Take a Powerful Blow, that's bad. This is the one move in the game where you want to roll low.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Angie rolled a 12.
Oh no.
Valerie rolled a 14.
This is a massacre.
We're all getting destroyed.
No.
This is a bad time to be having good luck. Anne got a 7, and Queen Bee got a 9.
We all got hit.
No. Oh, no.
Oh boy. Is that everybody? I think so.
That's everybody.
Okay then, so let me see. Let me figure this out now. So for the people who rolled 10 plus, you must choose one of these choices. Well, also, this is, you have one extra option in addition to the regular list because it comes from the transformation move. You can either remove yourself from the situation by fleeing, passing out, or other means. You lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way. Or you choose 2 options from the 7 to 9 list, or you de-transform.
What's the 7 to 9
And on
list?
the 7 to 9 list is you lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition. You give ground, your opposition gets an opportunity, or you struggle past the pain and mark 2 conditions. Oh, sorry, de-transform is on the 7 to 9 list. Sorry, I forgot.
Okay. I'm probably gonna give ground and lash out.
That's what I'm gonna do as well. Give ground.
Is everybody just going to be lashing out at each other?
No.
Yeah, just melt out.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna lash out at Vivi.
Yes.
How is Vivi looking in condition? Like, could they take another lashing out?
I have 2 conditions, so...
I have none.
What does lashing out do? What does lashing out do exactly?
It can do one of 2 things. You would either be provoking a teammate to foolhardy action, so I think that would involve like the formal provoke move, or you can take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition on them, and taking advantage of your influence is also a formal move.
Yeah, I'm gonna lash out, not to inflict a condition, but provoke Vivi to do something foolhardy.
All right.
That's essentially what I'm gonna do too.
All right, so since there's a lot of lashing out going on, rather than having you all do this individually, I'm just going to say, probably after this big, like, shower of daggers hits you, there's just going to be a shouting match that breaks out. So we'll deal with that in a sec. I want to deal with the other people who haven't chosen what they're doing yet. Because I think that's Maria. I haven't heard one from you yet, right?
I'm probably going to lash out to potentially Queen Bee.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no.
Is that okay, Luca?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm like going to go for like take advantage of influence as well, if that's okay.
Oh, sure.
Absolutely.
It's very up.
Yeah, and how about Queen Bee?
Like, lashing out is tempting, but I think I might try and struggle past the pain and mark 2 conditions.
Oh no, you're going to take like 3 conditions then. Okay, so...
That's 1 condition away from being de-transformed, right?
Yeah, you can... Yeah, de-transforming is an option as well.
Yeah, but I'm not ready for that, so...
Okay. Yeah, so...
I think
Let's say everybody's taking lash out verbally.
Okay.
The opposition is definitely gaining a lot of ground. Queen Bee is struggling past the pain, and Anne is taking advantage of her influence over Queen Bee. So let's resolve the thing with Anne first here.
Okay.
So I have, for Bull's Heart, I actually have Enabler, so when I provoke my love or rival, I roll plus danger if you're trying to provoke them to rash or poorly.
Oh no.
I've been looking forward to this.
Yeah, so that's... I'm sorry, Dana.
Okay, so, but yeah, let's do Anne's thing first.
Just before we go, Dana, do you choose your options?
Honestly, I was trying to figure out what you lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way would look like, and I'm not sure, but I think it's probably going to be, there's going to be a lot of provoking me to action. Let's see how that resolves before I decide.
Cool. Sorry if I was pushing you. I wasn't sure what you would say. Or
I just want to make sure we don't miss anybody's action.
Yeah, no, it's a good thing to ask.
Cool. As like you kind of like one of the daggers just hits like straight like into Anne. She's just like kind of gets knocked back a few steps, and like Anne, she like lines up with Queen Bee. And it's like come on, where the hell were you there? It was coming right at me, and I like to think it would be funny the idea that it was obviously a Queen Bee got hit with one, and I just shouldn't ignore that.
Yeah, there's just like a scorch mark on like Anne's granite skin somewhere.
And I'm gonna try and take advantage of my influence.
Yeah, to take advantage of your influence over someone, you surrender the influence you hold over them to either give them -2 on a move they just made, inflict a condition on them, or take an additional +1 on a move, and in this case it has to be inflict a condition. So you just erase your influence over Queen Bee from your character sheet, and Queen Bee has to take a condition.
I'll probably go with instinct. No, I'm going with afraid.
Okay, sure.
Because
You've got a giant golem yelling in your face. I think that's reason enough to be afraid.
And I think at this point, instead of lashing out, I'm gonna lose control of my powers in a terrible way.
Oh! Okay.
Oh, shit.
It's gonna wipe our own team.
The bees are gonna swarm out.
Vivi, I thought this was a sparring session. Why? These daggers really hurt. Can you do something else, please? Something that doesn't hurt us so much.
So this would be so you get to roll provoke on this. So that you're trying to provoke Valerie into doing something. Non-specific something.
Non-specific. Okay.
Something else.
Provoke isn't too bad.
Okay, so you got a 7 on that. So for PCs on a 7 to 9, if they do it, add a team to the pool. If they don't do it, they mark a condition. Which of those conditions do you think would be more appropriate?
They do something, and we add a team to the pool.
Cool. All right, so there's some incentive for Vivi to do something, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
The daggers have to go in that direction. Break their stage if you have to. I don't care. And I'm gonna roll provoke.
Yeah, with plus danger.
And I get so I have a +2 in danger, and then I also have influence over Valerie, so that's also a +1.
Oh.
So that's 14.
Oh, beans.
So on a 10 plus, both of the conditions apply. If Valerie does what you say, add another team to the pool, and if she doesn't, Valerie marks a condition. So I think this is leading very nicely into whatever Valerie is going to do.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think would be appropriate here?
I think I'm gonna lose control of myself or my powers in a terrible way.
It seems to be leading toward that, yes.
Vivi looks very obviously like even her sort of unnaturally pale appearance when she's transformed kind of heats up in an embarrassed blush, and she says fine, and then thrusts both hands up into the air and attempts to just destroy the stage. This is just losing all sense of composure and just like, fine, tear it all down.
Alrighty, and I think this probably will also be going on in concert with whatever is happening with Queen Bee as well, I would think. So Queen Bee, what does your loss of control look like?
Like, I'm afraid of getting hurt. This is the first time I'm truly in danger since I became a SuperIdols, so I just lose control, and all the bees from the hive start swarming out in a frenzy, and they'll just... I think they might attack the audience.
This is interesting. Because, remember, y'all are enclosed in a power-proof barrier, and there's only one member of the audience inside the barrier.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
no.
Karen.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's not well in Waffle Town.
Oh, no.
This went south so fast.
Okay,
so
I don't think you have, Valerie, or Vivi, I don't think you have to roll for this because it's part of Take a Powerful Blow. So I'm just gonna, this is what happens. So, everybody is yelling at each other on stage, and Sagittaria is looking smug about this, and they're starting to get ready to, like, just break in with their next part of the verse because, like, well, that's how these things work. What they don't see is Vivi summoning more daggers, but just an immense cloud, like, way more than Vivi thought that she was capable of conjuring. This is like a solid mass just made out of these glowing purple daggers. It's like it's almost like a giant purple space cloud. It's that thick. And it hangs in the air ominously, pointed directly at the opposite stage for a moment. And then you hear the thunderous buzz of hundreds of bees in the background coming up underneath the cloud, and it underscores these daggers shooting forward at high velocity directly into the stage. And the stage starts to collapse. Sagittaria, because they have like such an opportunity from all of your moves, they are prepared for like reacting to you at least. Like they weren't prepared for the destruction of their stage. That's still catching them off guard, but they're prepared enough and coordinated enough to react in time. So what they're gonna do is Ashley throws another sort of cloud of her pixie dust up into the air over them, and Rosette manifests a bunch of feathers which form into sort of these angel wings on all three of their backs. And the combination of those two things causes them all to levitate up and fly up above this destruction that's happening, this complete and utter annihilation of the opposite side stage. And the bees, they are honing in on the first thing that isn't their queen or their queen's attendants, which is Karen, standing in the middle of the field with the glow sticks raised and her eyes just wide, and she is consumed.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Is this too much for anybody? I know some people have issues with
I was
insect
gonna
things.
check in after.
Yeah, I'm checking in right now. Is this okay? We can back this up and change it.
I am okay, but I might mark guilty.
Sure.
Yeah, I was thinking I would also mark guilty just for everything going on.
Oh boy. Okay, so as this all completes, the song fizzles out as the laptop is also destroyed along with the stage. And what are you all doing as this continues? Like the cloud isn't stopping. Like the destruction's not done yet. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, Ann's gonna do the same.
I want to see if I can. I'm scared because I don't want to use my powers, but I feel like that's what Jaiden would do. He's gonna try and just like use the air part of his powers and just try and literally blow as hard as he can to get the bees off of Karen.
Yeah, sure. I think this would count as a defend someone because you're trying to defend her from these bees.
Oh boy. Okay. I got a -1 in that. Let's hope I don't blow Karen away. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, the mark potential.
Do you have any team points by any chance? I don't know.
I think I have a team point.
Yeah, if 2 people contribute a team point, 3 people have to contribute a team point. Yeah. And you do have 3 team.
Yeah, I can contribute.
Yeah, I'll contribute a team point.
Yeah.
Queen Bee is helping by like trying to call off the bees somehow.
Yeah, I'm trying to rein them in.
Okay. And then Ann and Angie, how are you helping?
Ann is just doing like big brain type voices. She's just like swatting at bees with her bare hands, just like big like swings with her arms, just like get them all cleared away.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and take Karen out of the powers, and I'm just kind of hoping that the bees will be contained, but Karen will be fine.
Okay. All right.
That's her plan, is to just kind of carry her and get her
Okay.
Get her out.
And I think that will help take Jaiden's roll up to a 7. So on a 7 to 9, it costs you. You expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
You're allergic.
Oh no, you are! You're right!
Yeah. I'm gonna expose myself to danger.
Oh no.
Jesus.
Okay. Alright, so you expose yourself to the danger of these bee stings. You do also, though, get to... So you get to choose one of the following. You can either add a team to the pool, take influence over someone you protect, or clear a condition.
I mean, I don't have influence over Karen, so I'll take influence over Karen.
Okay. Alright, so through your combined efforts, Jaiden summons up the power of the wind and gives a gust that blows a bunch of the bees away, but several are still kind of on Karen. Ann and Angie help to get the remaining bees off and get Karen kind of out of this like line of fire and protect her and get her away. Obviously, her skin is starting to like show signs of an allergic reaction. Like, not as bad as you would think, actually. Like, she might not be like terribly allergic to bees, but there's definitely like sting marks for sure. And with that many bees, it's still like a lot of red marks. So you managed to get her out of there. The stage is still in the process of being utterly annihilated, and Sagittaria is kind of like levitating over all of this with their like angel wings, and the audience outside is actually starting to run onto the field now because clearly something's gone wrong and people are in trouble. So they're rushing in to see if they can help.
Yeah, I think while this is happening, Vivi like just turns around and runs away the opposite direction that everyone else is going.
Ooh, yeah. That's fair. And I think that clears a condition if you have the relevant one, right?
Yes, that clears afraid.
Okay. So, Vivi has fled the scene. What is everybody else doing right now?
I don't know. What? I exposed myself to danger. Am I in trouble?
Yeah, you are. I will say it's not going to be that bad. You only exposed yourself to danger. You didn't, like, actually get in a huge amount of trouble. I'm just going to say you did get, like, a couple stings on, like, I think your arms are exposed the way that your costume is, so you probably got, like, a few bad welts on your arms.
I think I'm just going to try and...
Like, are you allergic enough that you would need, like, an EpiPen or something? Or is it just that, like, you get, like, a really bad, like, skin welt?
I think it'd just be a really unusually bad skin welt. I don't think it'll be EpiPen. I don't think it'll be that extreme.
Okay,
but it'd be very inconvenient and very painful.
Okay. And what is everybody else doing?
I want to do a move.
Okay.
I want to punch everyone.
Okay. So you might have a bit of a time getting to the people you want to punch, but... We'll see.
But the move is whenever you charge into a fight without hedging your bets, I can shift my danger up and any other label down.
Okay.
So I'm going to... my danger's up to 3.
Nice.
And I think my maintain's going to go down to -2.
All right.
And yeah, that's where I'm at, and I'm going to... try and engage a threat towards the 3 of them. I don't care who I hit, I'm just punching.
Sure, and with your super strength, I'm gonna say, like, you have enough, like, strength to, like, actually launch yourself up that high.
I'm pissed.
Okay. I guess, yeah, that is directly engage a threat. Roll them bones.
Okay.
That is a 12.
Ooh.
Very good, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take something from them.
Okay.
Hopefully their airborneness and they're on the ground or something like that.
Alright. So, resist or avoid their blows and take their aerial position. That is more than acceptable.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, with your incredible leg strength, you launch yourself up with a 18 feet vertical leap. And you just uppercut Diana directly in the bottom of the chin, and she goes like arcing backwards away from the damage, but definitely like goes flying onto the ground. And you're still airborne enough to, like, after you do that, grab the fronts of the outfits of the other 2 and pull them down with you as you fall and just slam them on the ground.
And I stand up and I say, we're the last ones standing.
Oh.
And silence hangs in the air, although people are starting to run in now to see if they can, like, help Karen or see if anybody else is hurt. But yeah, your words hang with potence in the air.
And I guess, do I remove my angry condition?
If you want to.
It says to clear, I hurt someone or break something important.
Yeah.
We did a lot of that.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you definitely can. I know angry benefits you, though, so it's whatever you prefer.
And yeah, so I don't know if take foolhardy action without talking to your team counts, but I also did that, so I'm not sure if I can remove 2 conditions or if that's too much.
I think, sure. Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay. I wasn't intending for that, but then I was looking at it and I was like, oh, wait, I did do that.
Yeah, because that is a foolhardy action.
It sure
And you
was.
sure didn't ask anybody.
No, I just did it.
And if you're worried, by the way, about like actually causing serious like medical harm to anybody, when you're in your magical idol form, it's standard magical girl superheroics apply. You can take more damage than a regular human would. Just any idol, that's a thing that you don't have to worry about that so much.
I feel like Angie would worry about that later, but not right now.
Yeah.
So, like, you're not going to put them in the hospital for having, like, basically just slammed these 2 teenage girls directly into the ground at terminal velocity.
Well, that appeases me as a player.
But you did hurt them, for sure.
Can I do a thing?
For sure, yeah.
And is kind of gonna, like, after, like, seeing, like, you know, making sure, like, everything's off, like, her and all the bees are off, is gonna kind of sees what just happened and, like, kind of rushes over and, like, you know, like, in, like, shows when, like, someone grabs someone by the shoulder and twists them around, like, not, like, twirling, but, like, kind of, like, pulling her to attention, and she just does that to Angie. It's like, what the hell was that?
And I think she looks around, she sees Karen outside of the sphere on the ground, and I guess there's bees everywhere. Are the bees a little more under control now?
They're not actively attacking anybody. They're kind of all over the place, and like if you bump into them, they might sting you, but they're not attacking.
Yeah, she kind of looks at the aftermath of everything, and then she just starts crying, like just sobbing. It's just really, maybe it's too much.
It like kind of Anne was fully prepared to just go on a big rant about how she's a leader, she has to be better than that, but then like the moment she sees her crying, and like she doesn't do it, but it looks like she's about to roll her eyes before just kind of pulling in Angie to a half hug and just going like, fuck, it's been a bad day.
I think all I'd probably do is just hug Anne back.
Yeah, like, and it's just like, she's not used to emotion, but she's knows, like, you know, you gotta try something, so.
Actually, this might be a good opportunity for the, when you share a vulnerability or weakness with someone move, possibly.
Ooh.
Like on yours, it would be when you share a vulnerability or weakness with someone, you give them influence and hold 2. You can spend that hold to help them as if it were team in the pool.
Okay.
And you can hold that till next session too as well.
Yeah, no, that sounds good.
And you would also put that Anne has influence over you.
Yeah, I'm
Cool,
influenced.
well, jot that down.
Yeah, no, so you have this moment of Anne just hugging you and crying, and it's been a day. And how about Jaiden and Queen Bee? How are they hanging in there right now?
Right now I just want to make sure that Karen is okay. I just try to lift her up and carry her to the infirmary, or just keep saying, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I know stuff happens. She actually kind of laughs a little bit. This isn't even the worst it's ever been. This happens with SuperIdols.
Start crying.
Aww. That's probably also a moment for that kind of vulnerability as well then too, yeah. So when you share a vulnerability or weakness with someone...
and I shift my mundane up and my superior down.
Oh, yeah. And you also tell them a secret about who you really are. Is that okay, or we don't have to do that part?
It's okay. I'm so sorry. I've been taking care of those bees for months. They've never done anything like that. Professor Phillips gonna be so mad. I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're not. It happens. It does happen. I'm sure you took care of them very well. Power stuff, it just gets out of control sometimes. I know. It stings. But I don't blame you. It's okay.
We're taking you to the infirmary. Jaiden, you need to come too. You're allergic. Yeah,
Jaiden's limping.
There's no one in the infirmary right now.
I know what the things are, and I know the meds. I know.
Okay, so you take Karen into the school to take care of her, and Jaiden. How about you?
Well, I think he's just very quietly limping and holding his arm close to his chest as he walks behind, and he just doesn't say anything. I think he's probably texting his aunt with his other free hand, saying can you pick me up, please?
Yeah, and you get a text back from her pretty quickly, sure, I'll be right there. And in the background, there's a bunch of people who are attending to the members of Sagittaria, where the two girls hit the ground with enough force that they immediately detransformed, and they're just all kind of a little woozy. And as you all sort of spread out away from this scene, there's just an air around this whole area as the barrier dissipates and you all kind of go off that this wasn't supposed to happen this way. And I think we have to leave it there.
Yeah. Wow.
Everyone good? Everyone good?
Is everyone good? Yeah, that was intense.
Yeah.
That was intense.
I'm a little emotional, but I definitely didn't expect it to take that kind of turn.
Me neither. Oh God.
I will say that was this session was the most. Yeah, that's masks, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Apocalypse World games, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's just how one roll just so many different things.
Yeah, and I know for the future I need to be careful with my take of powerful blows on the group.
That was a limiting session for everyone.
I think I need to figure out a better way to handle group attacks.
I thought it was quite.
It was great for this
dramatic,
session.
though.
But,
I thought it was amazing.
I don't want this to happen every time.
So cool.
It was a good head intense, but it's just good to check in, and at the end of even if it's a good intense session, it's still good to check in, make sure everyone's doing 100.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening to SuperIdols RPG. Our cast for today was Dana Lexa as Valerie Pearce, Teowind as Evangeline Blake, Maria Fanning as Ann Davil, Draconix as Jaiden Lott, Luca as Queen Bee, and ErynCerise as the GM. Special thanks go to today's featured VIP patrons, Apple, Circus, Sensei1477, and Matthew F. This campaign is played using Masks, a new generation, written by Brendan Conway and published by Magpie Games, with custom moves by ErynCerise and Zach P. Our opening theme is Le Chevalier Noir Instrumental by Cyborg Jeff, and is used under license from Gemendo Music. Our ending theme for this episode is Lax by Lance Conrad, and is under license from Storyblocks.com. All incidental music and sound effects for this episode are licensed from Storyblocks.com and freesound.org, with the exception of Fireworks, a Creative Commons track by Gmode. If you liked this episode, please consider liking and commenting on the YouTube upload, or leaving us a review on your podcasting platform of choice. Stick around for a teaser for Control Group RPG, a podcast featuring BIPOC and queer players testing the latest and greatest RPG systems so you don't have to. Thank you again for listening, stay well, and goodbye until next time.
Do you want to take a break from traditional D&D podcasts? Do you want to spice up your table with some new exciting systems? Welcome to Control Group. We are a TTRPG podcast dedicating to testing the latest and greatest in systems, hacks, and betas across the wide world of tabletop role-playing. Enjoy our rotating cast of queer, people of color, and even sometimes some special guests. Here's a taste of what you can find on Control Group. Monster of the Week.
Alright, Legolas. Alright. You need to slide down these bodies like Legolas did the stairs at Helm's Deep, and you need to shoot this guy with the crossbow, and while you distract him with the crossbow, I'm gonna grab Jack so he doesn't get his eyeballs ate.
Pasión de las Pasiones.
A gunshot! A gunshot!
Suddenly a gunshot rings out.
On Dom's lapel we see a laser point.
Lasers and Feelings.
People of Earth, your attention please. This is prosthetic Vogon Jeltz of the Galactic Hyperspace Planning Council. As you will no doubt be aware, the plans for development of the outlying regions of the galaxy require the building of a hyperspatial express route through your star system. And regrettably, your planet is one of those scheduled for demolition. The process will take slightly less than 2 of your Earth minutes. Thank you.
Catch all of these and systems we've even created ourselves over at Control Group Pod. That's CTRL, just like the key on your keyboard.